Garage. Been a long time. Finally looking to do a few updates for next year. Going to do the Hot Rod Power Tour, which I've never done before, so I wanted to do a few upgrades, make sure everything was in decent shape. One of the big ones was getting the wipers to work. Seen a few different guys do things different ways. Of course, my way is different as well, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway. What I'm going to do is take the Vic motor and mount it back into the original spot of the truck wiper motor and see if I can get that to work, and then that way I've got all the intermittent and everything that goes right along with it. So I'll just have to run the wiring into the cab. Anyway, here's the mount that I'm working on. So this one here is the original mount. There's a third mounting point that comes off of here, but because of I used the full, Vic dash along with kind of the top of it and all that, there wasn't any room to use that mounting point. So what I'm going to do is to stiffen it up, just put some gussets, weld those in on each side, and then that'll make this a much sturdier piece. I mean, it already is really rigid. It's got some nice darts and stuff in all the bends, and it's a thick gauge metal. So the next thing is obviously the bolt pattern for the newer motor is not the same as the old one. So it's kind of the old ones were here, and then actually part of this one. So what I'm going to do is take the Vic plate. You can see I've kind of cut it up and whatnot, and I'm going to mount it over top of the existing bracket. And then I put these big clearance holes you can see here with the arrows, and that way I can access the back side of the plate for the screws. So if I need to change the motor at some point, take the whole bracket off, and then I can just unscrew the motor and put it in. So yeah, basically I'll just need to weld that all up, get it all mounted, and then just real quick like in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, it's pretty dark, but anyway, you can see those two holes there at the top. Those are the mounting holes. Dang, I wish this thing had the flash going, but anyway, I had to cut out part of the existing crossover from the Vic dash to make clearance, but everything should work up and then hook up with the existing. Oh, that's the other thing I got to do, and I think everybody knows that too, is cut off the on the wiper arm. This being the original one, this doesn't fit on the Vic motor, so I cut the end off from the Vic motor. So I'll end up cutting that and welding it in to graft it together. So hopefully I'll have an update showing the wipers working. With the magic of movie editing, we are now looking at the motor mounted up, got everything back in place. I have extended the wiring, brought it inside, and just looped it through. Just used some of the old wires from the stripped out harness stuff that I had left over. You can see my gussets. I ended up having to notch those, not thinking about the arm needing to articulate around. So, but it is still, it's pretty rigid. It's not going anywhere, so I'm not too worried about it. It's really stiff. And then you can see over here, and kind of back in behind there, I was able to squeeze my fingers in there and get the clips back on. I don't know if you can see the other side because of my defroster there. You can kind of see it hooked up there. So, with all that said, put the key in. We now have wipers. So, I bought 16-inch wiper blades just to get it a little more coverage, which I like. It actually fits in real good. So, right, we've got intermittent, we've got the regular speed, and then high speed. And then I did actually add the squirters too. I don't know if you can see them there. So now I can clean the window off as well. So anyway, that's that. So yeah, basically for the squirters, just got the flashlight. I used the Vic pieces, and then I just took actually the plastic part and cut that out, painted it. I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, it works. It doesn't look too intrusive, but I really didn't want to spend money on new squirters if I didn't have to. So, yeah, from there, so we mounted the washer bottle there, and plugged it in with the existing harness, obviously. And then I had to buy 3 foot of line basically to tee in, and I drilled through there, teed into the lines to feed